Hello crafters, I'm JanB and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I have a nice easy fancy fold card for you today. I don't know if it has a name, but I'm just going to call it an inside flap card. And what you do is you open that, and there you've got your final greeting. Before I tell you the card pieces that I'm going to be using, because I'm changing my design, I'm going to show you how I made this card. I would leave it until the end, but I know that I'll forget. So let me just very quickly explain this. This is a stamp set that I used. That, and that. And I have matching dies. This design here was actually a sheet of True Love Designer Series paper. It was this one. And this is the corner that I had, okay. Am I all in picture? I am now. Okay, so that's the pic there, that, okay. And I just cut my size, painted it with light Rococo Rose and light Just Jade stamping blends. And they were the two colours I've used all the way through. That one I fussy cut from here and coloured it, and yeah, fussy cut that one. And then on this one, these are stamps. Okay, that's that little one that I said to you, and the other ones up here. And then they were die cut. And these are two other designs in the set as well. The whole set of this design series paper is all black and white. Some of them are flowery patterns and some of them are more generic patterns. Okay, but it is a lovely set, especially if you're like me and you like colouring. Okay, so that's how I did that one. For the card that I'm going to be doing now, I am using, let me see, I've got those to show you. Right, I think that should be it. The measurements I'm giving you are for those of us who use A4 paper. I will try and work out the measurements for the US size and put them in the box below with these sizes and also the metric sizes. I may have to leave you to work out your layers. It depends whether my brain is awake today or not. I'll do my best for you as always. Right, now this is a cinnamon cider. So the pieces that you're going to be needed are, you need 2 pieces of cinnamon cider which measure 3 7/8 inches by 5.5 inches. You need another piece of cinnamon cider which measures 2 7/8 inches by 5 inches. And then you need another piece of cinnamon cider which measures 2 inches by 3 3/8 inches. And then you need some scraps. That's basically for the layers of your sentiments. And then for designer series paper, on the front of my card I'm having this one. I'm using 3 designs as I did with the other card. There we go, they're the 3 that I'm using. So this one measures, and this one measure, both of these 3 3/4 inches by 5 3/8 inches. That's on the front and that's on the big side on the inside. And then for the little flap on the inside I'm using this, and this measures 2 3/4 inches by 4 7/8 inches. And then you need scraps of Whisper White for your images and your sentiments. So with this card there are 4 different ways you can have it. This is one, or you could have it this way with the flap coming down. Or you can have this way with the flap coming that way. or you can have it this way with the flap going up. Now this is the way we're going to do it. As you can see, there are two different pieces here, and I'm going to explain to you the easy way of remembering which corner you need to cut off depending on which design you want. So as I say, I want mine, so I've got the flap fold coming from here so that I've got it this way. I have actually done mine ahead of time. I did that because I don't want to have to stick my head in front of the camera, not least because my hair doesn't look that brilliant since, oh, it doesn't like that, since we first went into lockdown last March. I haven't had a chance to get my highlights done. When I did have a chance I didn't, and when I didn't have a chance I wanted to. So what we're going to do first is, I have a sheet, oh sorry, you need a piece of Whisper white paper which measures 8¼ inches by 11½ inches, which is almost our sheet of A4. You just need to trim a little bit off the bottom there. So this is a sheet of thicker cardstock that I use for my computer when I want something more of a board rather than just paper. So I'm going to do everything that you need to do on this one. If I make a mistake with it because I'm not prepared to put my head right forward, then it doesn't matter because it's not my real card base. So first of all, what we're going to do is bring our trimmer over, and we are going to score this in half, so that's 4 1/8 inches. And then we are going to turn this, and we are going to score this at 5 3/4, which again is scoring it in half. Now, keeping the valley score lines facing up, right, I'm just making sure that I get this right way round. That's the one that I want. Valley folds towards you, remove right hand top corner, so that's that one. So I've got to remove this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm lining up my score line into my cutting track there, and I'm going to cut down to the centre line there, which means cutting from 5 3/4 inches to the end. Then turn this towards your left hand side, line your score line up again, and you're going to cut from this centre point here up to the edge there, so that this piece comes off totally. So we are going to cut from 4 1/8 inches up to the end. If anything, oh, do you know, when I do this by myself, I never ever get it cut off like that. But I was going to say, if you do your cutting wrong, do it so that you are cutting short, because you can finish off easily with your scissors. Now this one here is going to be our flap, and we want this to be a bit smaller than the main card. So the way we're going to do that is, first of all, we're going to cut 1/2 inch off of this end. So if you line your cardstock there, slice that off. Now we want to slice 1/2 inch off this side and 1/2 inch off this side. So what I'm going to do, this where we've just cut that piece off, I'm going to line this up at 1/2 inch. Now we're going to cut from 5 1/4, because it should have been 5 3/4, but we've taken 1/2 inch off. So it's 5 1/4 down to the end. Now I'm going to turn this over and I'm going to cut 1/2 inch off this side. Again, I'm coming up to 5 1/4. Now if you want to put this in and cut those 2 bits off, you can. I prefer to use my scissors. So I'm cutting just on the left hand side of the score line, so I'm actually cutting the score line right off. Wow, this never happens when I'm on my own. So let me just fold that out of the way so I can get to this one. Wow, look at that. Okay, so that's where the valley lines are, so you fold that way. Okay, so if that had been a real piece, I would have been perfectly okay. Well, mind you, if it had been a real piece, it wouldn't have gone as nicely as that, would it? So there we go. Let's just do my score lines. Okay, so now I could have my card like that, or the way I'm going to have it, like that. Right, so where's my... What did I do? Oh, here it is, I think. Right, here we go. Yeah. So I don't need this one. I will save that for other jobs. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my layers on my cards. I'm going to start with this one for the front. I've got a nice new tub of Tombow. I have a small screen in front of me so that I can see what my camera is recording. I can see the screen above me, but it's very awkward, and if I lean back and try talking at the same time, you can hear that I'm straining. Anyway, the little screen in front of me, it's standing on, in fact it's adhered to like a DVD case, an really old one, but it fell off and it was driving me round the bend. Every time I picked it up it fell off, and I put it back on again because it's very sticky, and it fell off again. I got so fed up with it today that good old Tombow, I stuck it down with Tombow, so I think it will stay now. Having said that, if you hear a loud crash, you know it didn't. Right, so that's the one I'm having on here. I like this cinnamon cider colour. I mean, it's an orangey browny colour, but it is nice because I don't normally go for oranges. Although I did show a beautiful orange card on my blog today being Saturday, the day before you're watching this. So that's Saturday the 9th of January. If you'd like to have a daily dose of inspiration, you may want to check out my blog. I do a new card 6 days a week, I suppose, which includes the video day. And today's video actually showed 5 cards, basically the same but different colours and different panels on them. So now let's see. Yep, That's good. Let's do this one for the front. I will show you all the dies and the stamp sets that I'm going to be using for this. I'll show you them in one go rather than keep stopping and showing you at each stage that I get to. Oops, don't put that upside down. Okay. Yep, that looks straight. Put the fish and the hearts. A friend of mine sends Valentine cards to her pets. And this, by making this, I thought this would be a great one. If you use a sentiment like friendship, about our friendship, which I think I did pick out for this, I think it's really appropriate. And if one person sends her pets Valentine cards, I know there'll be lots of other people doing it as well. So, in fact, if your pet is a dog, there are dog stamps in this stamp set, and there's dogs on the designer series paper too. So both dogs and cats are catered for. Right, here we go. This is the last piece. Okay, so that's that. Now I'm going to do my stamping. So first of all, I'm going to be doing the happy birthday. Let me show you the stamp sets and the dies. Right, the happy birthday is from Pretty Perennials, and it's that happy there and it's birthday. I've put the two stamps together on my Stamparatus, and it took a bit of effort, and each time I repositioned it was the word birthday that I couldn't get right. As you can see on that one, my paper moved, and then once I tried that one, let's see, it was round this way, wasn't it? Okay, so that was the first one. That didn't work very well. It's far too far down here and too big for my dies. So then I moved it up there. That worked, but I didn't like the birthday on that side. I really wanted it on here. So then I did it there, and that was a bit wonky. So I tried it again. I did 5 goes of this. Oh, there's the other one. But eventually I did it, which is why I'm not redoing it now. It took such a lot first time round. In fact, no, hold on. I need that to go down that side, don't I? So that's going to be my first stamp. Let's move that out of the way so I don't get it dirty. I will make a note on my blog about the information here, so that the baddie folds towards you, remove left hand side if you want the flap on that side, and the other one, so that you've always got a reference point. I will try and remember to put it in the box below as well. Right, so there was that one. And where I've got Let's Celebrate You, which was from Bloom and Grow, so I'm not using that one. I'm going to use Your Friendship is a Blessing. Now that is the one that I thought that would make a nice Valentine's card if you do want to send one to your pet. Okay, there was another set that I saw that had a stamp about friendship as well. Right, so I need some whisper. Oh no, let's do, this is the Pampered Pets stamp set, so if you want to stamp and colour and die cut these, you can do. And that's got a set of dies with it. And that die there, die cuts one of the cats in the designer series paper, and one of these dogs die cut as well. I'm not sure which one it is on that one. The other stamps, the other dies that I'm using are these. So this is stitched shape framelits, so it's number 2 on the oval, which is that one, and on the layering ovals I'm using that straight cut, which is number 6, and the scallop ones, so that's number 3, and that must be number 6. Okay, yeah, number 6. And also on the rectangle stitched, I'm using number 3 of the regular sized dies. I'm trying to do it this way because I got myself in such a state last week. I was in such a mess, and I know what I've forgotten to bring over. And am I going to use regular? Is that regular? Yes, I am. I need the other board. Not the board, the mat for there. The one that I have on there is for photopolymer stamps, but I need one for the cling stamps. Right, so let me put that under there. That's it. I've re-inked my Memento ink pad. Oh, let's try and get some cardstock under here first. Let's try that one. And the magnet. There we go. Missed out the middle there. Let's try that again. There we go, that's beautiful. Right, what do we need next? Oh, the friendship one, wasn't it? Let's move that out of the way. Okay, so your friendship is a blessing. And I need to take that thick mat out and put the thinner foam mat in there. And I could do that like this, couldn't I? Yep, I'll just give it one more to make it come up nice and black like the first one did. Right, that's it. Happy with that. I don't know if I'm going to stamp any of the dogs or not yet. Let's put that on there so I know where it is. Now I need to die cut these two. That one is going to be die cut with that. No, that one is. So what did I decide on that one? Oh, it doesn't look as if I did. That's far too big. Okay, a quick change of mind. Let's see if I can have an oval one on this. That's quite a nice one, look at that. Oh yes, that's a good size. Okay, so that's number 3 of the stitched shapes. This is because I've changed over from the one that I was using for the flowery card. So if I need that, what size scallop do I need? Yep, that'll be good. So that one, oh, I'm really totally confused now. That's number 5. You can see the number on it. Yep. Put that over there. And this one, I told you the size for the layer for that one. Okay, it was that. Right, let's get my cut and emboss machine over. But let me just cut this using my trimmer and get a much nicer line than me trying to cut it. There we go. Just move that one out of the way. Oh yes, I could say, what did I do with all my plates? But I could see them. Right, as these are just shapes, I think I'll be able to do this okay without worrying about the magnetic. Not that one. That one, stitched shapes. Just look sideways, make sure it looks as if it's straight. Yes, that's good. And then this one, this one is really quite precise. It's got a little gap between that end of the Y and that end of the H, so it's about the same. The top there actually touches the top, and there's just a tiny gap under there. So let's see if we can cut that. I'm just holding it because I haven't. I should have put some a post-it note on that. I didn't put my plates in too straight either. Let's see what's happened. Yes, that's straight. Save that bit of paper. There we go. As I say, it just about fits in. So I finished with those two. Now I need that in cinnamon cider and that in cinnamon cider. Why have I got that one over? Can't remember. Okay, so why have I got 3? Not sure, but let's cut them all. Let's do that one like that. I'm only going to get one out of that. One out of that. Oh, there we go. That's all right. I'll try and get your plate straight this time. Oh, much better. There we go. Okay, so we've got that one. That one. No, I mean that one. Showing you the scrap there. And this one. I feel that I'm missing something, but I can come back to that. We start building the card together and we'll see where it takes us. Okay, that's on that one. Oh, I think that was if I was going to go for the other sentiment, isn't it? Right, what I wanted to do, because these look a bit bland, and I'll show you what I mean. If I put that and that on there, and then put that on there, it's missing something. Now I have a choice of two stamps that I can use. I know on that one I'm going to be using the little hearts. This is from Pampered Pets stamp set, and the other one is little butterflies. But I think I might be consistent because I've got this idea of Valentine in my mind. I'm going to use the red hearts. Give myself a little bit of scrap paper. There we go. So that I could just test. I'm using Poppy Parade, which is the red colour that appears in some of the designer series papers. There we go. I don't want to overdo this. Bring it down so that I can see it. Am I still in shot? Yes, I am. There we go. I don't think I need any more. With such a small stamp, I could come back if I changed my mind. In fact, what I might do, I might even go in and colour that, which means my Stampin' Right marker. I'm just going to adhere this onto my piece of cinnamon cider. Right, I'm not quite sure how this is going to work out, but I am going to colour that in. Is this Poppy Parade? Yes. Fingers crossed. Oh, I think that looks better. Much, much better. Definitely like that. Okay, so this one is going to be going on the front here, and this could actually go on dimensionals, couldn't it? Okay, let's get some adhesives. Right, this is my adhesive sheet, so it's solid. Now I'm not going to use it solid, but I do want to do two strips. Okay, so I need to cut shorter than that line there. Yeah, if you can see that. And then down here I'm going to do one about there and one about there. Then I might just put 2 or 3. Okay, I've got to finish shorter than that. I'll come down, say about 1/4 of an inch, and cut straight across, and this one I will cut in what appears to be a straight line to me, and then this one as well. There's several reasons why I prefer this sheet. One is because the backing is so much easier to get off and there's a lot less of it. Also, I think it gives much better support to such a large piece. In fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut a third piece, just put down the middle there. There we go. Particularly useful on a video because it's so much quicker than having to sit there taking off loads and loads of backings. The only disadvantage I can think of is you don't get much wiggle room to get it right. Once it's down, it's down. Right, so there we go. Now it's quite easy because it's got straight edges. I think that looks straight. Doesn't look straight from there, does it? Oh, that's all right. Had a horrible sound of tearing then. That's better. Okay, so I'm happy with that. Now on the, oh that's right, because I haven't done the inside. Now on this one, I'm going to have that and that. And I also want some hearts on this one. So let's bring that back. This is where I got the idea for the red hearts from. Okay, now this might come off the edge a little bit. I have it in my mind that we're told that when we do gems we should do 3 or 5, we should do odd numbers. So trying to do 3s, although I only did 2 on the front one, didn't I? Never mind. Now should we colour that one in as well? I think so, because it's going to tie up with the hearts on the designer series paper. I mean, I would never ever have thought to put cinnamon cider and Poppy Parade together. But that's what really sold me off Stampin' Up, the colour coordination. Before I knew Stampin' Up, it would take me absolutely ages to decide whether colours blended with each other, and the worst colour was actually red. There we go. So we want that one. Oh, I know what I've planned for the middle section. There we go. Now this is on the inside of a card, so I don't put any extra dimension on it. I think that's straight. talk straight to you. The only thing that I would say to you is when whatever you put on down here, just make sure you can't see it when you close this. Okay, so it's a surprise when you open. So there we go. Now I remember what I'd planned for the inside. Oh, that was one that I thought about using, but I decided no, didn't like that. Right. Now this, I die cut from the Designer Series paper, just by using a stitched oval. This one, I die cut using the actual cat die that's in the set. So I could either pop that on there or pop that straight onto that one, whichever one I wanted. So that's what I'm planning in there. I also did a bit of fussy cutting. I don't think I'm going to use those. Not sure which one to use. Let's use this one. Oh, silly Billy, put the glue on the wrong side. Oh, okay. I'll use this one then instead. Oh, silly Billy. There we go. The words on here say things like purr, snooze, yawn, paw, jump, love, meow. There we go. So I think that's all I'm going to do. I don't think I want to do... I could pop that on there because that's the same as that one, but I don't think I will. Likewise, I could pop that on, but I don't put extras on the inside here. So no, I think that I'm going to leave that. If I change my mind and add anything on, I'll photograph it and put it on my blog for tomorrow morning. But otherwise, that is my card done. I hope you like it, and I hope you're going to give this a try. It really is very, very easy. Okay. And I do think those hearts on there finish it off. If that was a bit bigger, I'd put some on there, but it isn't. So there we go. So that's today's card, and this was my original one. So you got one for a feminine card, shall we say, and this one would be, it could be for a child, but I would use the butterflies, I think, if I was sending this to a child. This one to me is very much Valentine. I don't have animals myself, unfortunately. I'd love to have cats, but my daughter is very, very allergic to cats, and if I had cats she wouldn't be able to come over and visit, so I'd rather see my daughter. So there we go. Many thanks for joining me today. I will put all the measurements in the box below, and that's the inches if you're using A4, metric, and also inches if you're in North America. I will try and work out the layers for you in North America as well. Also in the box below I will put the a list of all the products that I've used, and there'll also be a link for each product that'll take you straight to my 24/7 online Stampin' Up shop. If you do decide to buy, please remember that we are in celebration at the moment, which means for every €60 or £45 of your order, you can choose a gift from the celebration brochure. We have level 1 and level 2 gifts. Level 2, you have to place an order of £90 plus, or €120. And then you can choose, for £90 you can choose to have 2 level 1 gifts or one level 2 gift, and you can mix and match, and it is for every £45, for every €60. So if you put in an order for €180 or £135, that would give you 3 gifts, one level 1, one level 2, or 3 level 1s, whatever you would like, but they are gifts for you. And when you place your order, before you check out, have a look to see how much you've spent. If you're only a couple of pounds short to get another gift, think about adding on some dimensionals or some Tombow, something like that. It's worth getting another 3 gifts for spending an extra couple of pounds. Okay. If you've enjoyed my video and would like to be notified each time I upload a new one, please click on the subscribe button down there in the bottom right hand corner, and then click on the bell so that you get the notifications. And also during celebration, we're doing a special promotion for new recruits. Whether you want to join as a hobbyist just to get the discount on what you're buying, or you want to be a business builder like me, it's £99 or €129, and for that you choose £130 or €175 of free products. You choose the products that you want. So if you've got a wish list of £99 or €129, it makes sense to actually join. And Stampin' Up will also send you, with your starter kit, 200 sheets of 6x6 designer series paper, and that will be 1 pack in each of the 4 colour families and 1 pack of the 2020 to 2022 in colours, and that is worth £53.75. I'm sorry, I've forgotten to work out what it is in euros, but it's certainly well worth having. It means for your £99 you are getting products for £183.75. It's an amazing offer, and I'd love to have you join my team. Anyway, I think I've talked enough. I'm sure you want to get off and do this card. Many thanks for joining me. Please take very good care. Stay safe, especially if you are here in the UK, because the pandemic now is worse than it was last March. So please take very good care of yourself and stay safe, and I really look forward to seeing you next time. In the meantime, happy crafting. Cheerio.